Guys, my name is Sumitava Bose, and this is PC Tech Reviews with Sumitava. Uh, I am PC guy. I do reviews on PC components, and I mainly do PC builds for my customers. And this is I recently started my YouTube channel. This is my first video on the channel, and because I do PC builds, I am going to show you a 35K or 35,000 rupees PC build for Indians because most of the guys, actually these days, most of the people need a computer in their house for work, and they mainly spend 30,000 rupees. Nobody spends 1 lakh rupees for just building a PC. That would be insane. So working people or even gaming people sometimes make a 30,000, 35,000 rupees PC in their house and do stuff on that. This is the same kind of video we're gonna do and show that what you can get in a 30,000 or 35,000 actually price bracket rather than buying from a store. Don't this this video is only because most of the people go to a store and tell this that we need these things, and they take $125, which is 6,000 rupees over the budget you need to build a PC. Yeah, that's true. Any PC builder out there, the price for building a PC, the commission they get is always $125. So here we are starting off with the PC build. The first component I've always got to show on any build, even if for in October, late October, the 5 PC builds are coming out, which I'm going to show you building. I'm going to start with the monitor because you're going to look at it several years down the line, maybe never change it. So, number one for buying a monitor is the price you want to pay for the monitor. There are several kinds of monitors, they round up to 40,000 rupees. Yeah, those are 4K monitors, 40,000 rupees monitors, and they price down to as low as 5,000 rupees. You have to choose this, that what kind of monitor you need. When a small 20-inch monitor, you will get 720p HD video on it with not great viewing angles. That is, if the PC monitor is tilted upwards, you won't, from sitting at a point, you won't see the below part. It will be blacked out. And if the monitor is tilted downwards towards you, we will see the whole stuff. But who's standing, he won't see the upper part. These are problems with anti-glare LED LCD panel monitors. Whereas if you pay a little more extra, and I would say rather take a little bit smaller size, but pay extra to get something like this. These are IPS grade monitors, so you look from the any sides, top, up, middle, you will always find same great colors and great viewing angles. So I would always recommend you something like 22-inch or 24-inch IPS grade monitor. Always keep in mind IPS grade monitors are great, but it's your decision. You can obviously opt for a 20-inch 720p monitor if it doesn't fit your budget. Now we are moving back to the processor now because PC building, the main thing you need is processor. So for the processor, we are going to use an AMD A4 4000 processor. You would say this is a cheap processor, but this is a great processor, and rather this is a more powerful processor. See, 200 rupees more, you can opt for a great processor, which is tons better than the A4000. So let me just go over with this one because this is better. So this is a A4 6300 APU, which is accelerated processing unit, which has a graphics inbuilt along with the processor. So normal graphical stuff which you do rather gaming can be done on this processor. Gaming, if that comes in account, you would obviously go and get a graphics card. Don't game on this, you'll get bad gaming performance. Now there are two cores, so this is a dual core processor. but the speed is the main thing. It has 3.7 gigahertz of speed with maximum turbo of 3.9 gigahertz. Now, seeing this, you will think i7-4770K has 3.4 gigahertz speed with maximum turbos up to 3.8. This 3.7 gigahertz speed is not what you will get. You will maximum get 2.7 gigahertz out of it, sometimes turboing up to 3 gigahertz. AMD processors show extra, but they give low because of their maximum thermal design TDP. That's a 65 watt and the nanometer, the 30 nanometer stuff. The memory type supported for this processor is DDR3 1600 megahertz, the optimal RAM you should buy. Now, the graphics inside this is a AMD Graphics Aegis 8370D 128 Radeon cores. This is a pre-built graphics card, but as this PC has uh, another graphics card that we are going to take and add into the computer, we don't need the on-board graphics to work. Now moving on to the motherboard, this is a Gigabyte GAF2A55M-DS2 FM2 socket motherboard, which is based on the A55 chipsets. Those were the A44000, A452, that is 5300, and the A46300. Those chipsets, not the A6 and not the A8s. The A4s were based on the F2A55M chipsets. The AIM is micro, so it's a micro ATX board. This has ultra durable classic 4, which is humidity protection, electrostatic protection, power failure protection, high temperature protection, and they also have the glass fabric PCBs. So what that proves is they have better control on natural when there is rain or power cut or thunder. The board is more can tolerate more pressure on it rather than other boards. Uh, Boards of ASRock and MSI. I'm not beyond. I'm not insulting them because I built a PC lately with a MSI Z87 board, and that is working fine till date. Now this motherboard has dual BIOS, or that is dual UEFI BIOS. I'm gonna later do a video on BIOS so that you guys can understand what BIOS is, what it works, because they just say on the uh, you know on the script or on the page, they just post that this has dual UEFI BIOS, 3D UEFI BIOS, whatever, but they don't make you understand what BIOS is. How does it affect the BIOS? How does it affect the board? That is what I'm going to show you in a later video, step by step. It's going to come out in 2 days, so you can just wait 2 days for this video to come up. This has AMD Infinity technology and AMD Dual Graphics. Dual Graphics is nothing, but if you go to AMD's site and go to APUs, they'll give you a number of graphics cards which would support the on-board graphics and would do a crossfire between them. So you'll get better performance, but the graphics card we are putting inside this build is obviously gonna do better performance than the crossfire they do. And Infinity is nothing, but if you would add just 2-3 monitors together and hook it up to a graphics card, you'd need Infinity. That is what it supports. Now, moving on to the RAM, 1600 megahertz RAM. I told you it supports CL9. They say C9, but they somehow miss the L. It's just class 9. That's 999 CAS latency. 1600 megahertz RAM. This is showing 4 gigs. That is 1 to 4 GB, but we have to take 2 of these RAM modules to make a kit of it. That's 8 gig optimal nowadays, because nowadays more apps are coming out that are supporting 6 gigs of RAM, and 4 gigs is falling behind. 8 gigs is the most supported, and if you have a upper budget, then obviously I would recommend you get 16 gigs, that is 8 gig 2 kits rather than 8 gigs. Now for the This is PC3 12800 or DDR2 1600. You can check out both of them, and to that, this is 1333 megahertz specified, but this is where BIOS works. You have to go in BIOS and change to 1600 megahertz frequency, so the RAM would work good. That's why I told that they never say BIOS correctly. What do you have to do in BIOS? In BIOS, you have to pick up the speed from 1333 to 1600, or you won't notice the difference in the speeds. Now, I didn't show hard disk over there because I was gonna obviously add a WD Carrier Blue 500 GB hard drive, so I didn't show that. I just uh, click on it. It's there. It opens up. There's a WD KView Black. Seagate Barracuda is obviously always great, and but Western Digital is also great. You just can't say Western Digital bad because the fastest hard disk drive is from Western Digital. That's Caviar Black. This has 500 gigs, 7200 RPM, SATA 6.0 Gbps, 16 megabytes of cache memory, 1008 Mbps transfer rate, IO transfer rate of 4800 Mbps, data transfer rate of 6000 Mbps. That's the same. SATA 6.0 Gbps, that is what 6000 Mbps is, the data transfer speed. And the data transfer rate, that is the buffer rate, is 1008 Mbps. You won't know these, but what you would know is a 7200 RPM drive speed and the transfer rate. That is what you are going to see after everything is said and done. For the power supply, we went for a GS650. Actually, it's a VS650 SMPS. You would say this doesn't look that nice or something. We are not opting for a nice PSU. We're not opting for semi-modular or modular. We're opting for 650 watts necessary, opting for a 120 millimeter fan, that's also necessary, and something that has uh, the capability to almost run a GTX 760 graphics card. That's the highest graphics card this power supply can run with its 6-pin and 8-pin power cables. This only 6 pins, so GTX 760 is a no-go. Sorry guys, I just spoke it. GTX 660 is the highest graphics card you can add with this power supply, and if you're upgrading, I would say go for a GS600, GS700, or RM series power supply. Don't go CS series. That's an awful series. I built a PC and they had to change the SMPS a few days ago. I went with them to change it. Don't buy CS, buy VS, and if you're upgrading, then RM is the RM series. That is totally modular. That you can plug out every one of these cables of it. The case we are looking for a Corsair cabinet is the Spectre red LED. It's a great looking case, and that's why we had to add a SMPS. But it's a great looking case. It has a fan in the front. It's a 120 millimeter lighting fan, a fan in the back, and several fan supports. The best part is the cable management in the back. There's a smoke kind of large window which you can see through the inner build, and last part and the most important is the drive capacity. That is, you can add up to 4 SSDs in this PC over this bracket, and then 3 drive, that's HDDs, inside this 3 drive base. Now you can obviously select the color. There's a white version. Um, the red version will be available if you're not building the PC today. Obviously, red version is available, but it will later. Right now, the white version is available, and it looks great. The white version is looking great than the red version. The graphics card, we are opting for a Sapphire graphics card, R7 250 GB DDR3 with boost. If you're looking for something higher, 1000 rupees over this, the R7 250X 1 gigabyte DDR5 with boost performs heck lot faster than this. Don't look on the 1 gig RAM VRAM of the card. Obviously, it won't run Watch Dogs because that needs 2 gigabytes of VRAM. That's bad, but it would run all, any else game. And if you really need to run Watch Dogs, if that's your stuff, then this is the card. This will obviously run Watch Dogs and all other games at high. Sniper Elite 3, Wolfenstein, Minecraft, Bioshock Infinite, Crisis 3 is runnable at high, medium, and Battlefield 4 uh, medium or high at 40 frames per second, 720p. If you take that monitor I showed earlier, they're high, medium at 720p. And rather if you take Mantle support, then the game will play out more better than what it is playing out right now. Now, the last thing is the monitor, as I showed you. So all of this taken into budget, we are having 35k dot. Okay, guys. Now this is totally for self buildings, so you have to build the whole PC by your own hands. Nobody is gonna help you. Obviously, I'm not stopping you from going to a store and telling them, and they take extra money and give you lower products. But I also build PCs, and I often do that for free, sometimes for YouTube videos. If you're willing to make a computer from me, if I am not insisting you can build it yourself, you can build it from the store, but you can build it from me too. You have to just give me the components, buy me the components. I'm not gonna buy it for you, and that to allow me to do a video on the internet on YouTube. You have to pay me 1,000 rupees extra for building it without a video, because YouTube pays me, guys. YouTube is gonna pay me, guys. So that's that. And like the video if you liked it. Dislike the video if you disliked it. Please comment, because uh, I'm just starting the channel, so I need your comments to improve what I have bad and what I have good about it. And subscribe, please. I need subscribers. And peace, guys. Please give me some likes, subscribe, and bye. Good night. It's already 1:16 a.m. So bye.